Welcome to Lightworkers Unite, a sacred space for seekers, healers, creatives, and lightworkers.
We're your hosts, Mayume and Manjeet, and we're here to remind you who you truly are, light in human form.
Together, we explore spirituality, healing, intuition, purpose, and the magic of being alive in this extraordinary time. So take a deep breath, open your heart,
and let's walk this journey together.
We have an amazing guest today.
Exactly.
We are so honored. I'm so honored to have the beautiful Kira here today. So for those of you who don't know her, ma'am, do you want to?
Yes, this is Kira Schaefer, everybody. So I'm going to do a real quick bio. I'm going to read it quickly. Kira Schaefer is the CEO of As You Wish Publishing, a professional self-publishing company that has helped hundreds of authors bring meaningful books into the world since 2018. Over the years, she has worked alongside mediums, energy healers, intuitive practitioners, personal development leaders, therapists, coaches, and everyday people with extraordinary stories to tell.
Yes, extraordinary stories to tell. And I love this everyday people. So this is the key, right?
Yes.
Kira is also known for creating a very safe and non-judgmental, free space for writers who see the world a little differently, whether someone's work is deeply spiritual, deeply practical, or somewhere in between. She believes that every message deserves to be communicated with clarity, integrity, and heart. So we are so honored to meet you on our podcast.
Welcome. Yes.
Because we've never met you before, Kira.
Insert audience clapping. Cheering. Yes.
I like that.
Kira before.
Oh, I love a clap for myself. That is just always the best.
Well, welcome.
Thank you. Whenever I would teach Qigong, there's a part where, you're tapping. And then I'm like, okay, clap for yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Clap for yourself. Right. That's right. I love that.
I love clapping for yourself. But you know what I really feel? I love that. That's a great introduction, a clapping for yourself, because that's kind of like what writing a book is all about.
Yeah.
Right? Like writing your own book is really like an applauding of yourself and your journey, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. It's such a deeply personal experience when you're doing it for the first time, for sure. And you're doing your own full book. The way that I got started was I created a collaboration book where all of my friends who were grieving the loss of a friend of ours came together, and we were all just like sharing stories and connection and talking about her and how joyful and happy she was all of the time. And so we created
Wow.
Happy Thoughts Playbook, which is kind of like a mini workbook / and I was like, just anybody do whatever you want, and it, that's a lot, by the way,
Wow.
but and then I learned along the way and like hold all the dots together and connected everything that I needed to. But I got to the point in the book production where I became overwhelmingly afraid that if I completed this book and I hit that upload and I hit that publish button, that I had to stop grieving. So I kept pushing it out and pushing it out and pushing it out. I made every like reasonable reason in the world to not push that button. And so from that perspective, I'm in a unique situation that's a little bit different from most, I guess, different types of publishing houses or publishing services people, is that I know how scary that is.
Wow.
And it's important to me that my authors know that I love them, which is why I named it As You Wish Publishing from the Princess Bride, which means I love you.
Love that.
So
one of my favorite movies ever.
I know.
Too.
Me too. It's such a good one.
It does. It means I love you. It does. Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's so cool. I just made that connection there. That's awesome. That was one of the questions I was going to ask you here too, was how did you start this whole beautiful, this company or empire that you've created? Because you have how many books published under you? And I mean, from your name, yours and your husband's name, as well as other authors. Like, do you know that number?
I know. Well, total, we have, I think we're at 113, 14, 50, something like that.
Awesome. That's amazing.
Mainly on Amazon, but we have actually transitioned to doing more on Barnes and Noble and, expansive, like Walmart, all the different Books A Million, all that kind of stuff. So we're
So
really,
excited about
yeah,
that.
and yeah, we'll get into
I love that.
y'all's stuff, but I am so excited about that transition because we're really honoring booksellers, authors, indie bookstores, all that kind of stuff, that we have to always stay on top of how the industry is flowing and why that matters, because we need
Mhm.
our small mom and pop bookstores in this world, and we need them to
We
thrive.
do. We
That's
love
right.
them.
We
Yeah.
need them to thrive. Do you do book tours?
So no, not yet. But yeah, it's I guess maybe that'll be my next thing, perhaps.
Yeah, I
Yes.
could see that could be an add-on where you are, I don't know. I just saw like you walking in with the author being the,
Oh, yeah.
Coming to a
the
small
agent
town
kind
near
of.
you, Kira Schaefer will walk
Yes.
Yes.
into the bookseller with you.
Yes.
Absolutely.
They'll
Can you
buy
imagine?
one
Right.
copy,
Yeah,
and then
to
we're
have
going to
the
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 next
book
place.
tour.
I
Yeah,
love it.
where the author's there signing and you're, oh, I don't know. So just
I
something,
love that. I
Oh, I'll
love that
definitely come
you're,
to Seattle.
yeah, you will. I
Believe
know.
Yeah,
Well,
you
we
will.
me.
need
Because you
you.
can now really
Yes,
easily.
I'm
Yeah.
down the road.
Yeah.
I
Love it.
moved here for you guys. Like, why?
Yeah,
I
you did. I
know, I
love that.
know.
It makes me
No,
so
I know.
happy. But I just
And
wanted to
you're
say,
happy.
Oh yeah.
I love,
Oh,
yes, I love that you moved from like Arizona, came to the coast, and now
Yes.
you're, do you feel like do you
oh,
feel
it's
rooted here? Does
so
it feel natural, like
incredible.
you're meant to be here?
Yeah, I could not have guessed. Todd has been talking about moving to the Pacific Northwest for 6 years. And I was like, "No, no, it's dark, it's cold, it's this, it's that, it's that." And it's like where I live now, which is right on the edge of Corvallis, which is about 50 minutes from the beach. And then the mountains and the things, and I look out the window and there's a big mountain and there's all this. And I'm like, what have I been doing?
Yeah.
Way
What
to
was
go,
I
Todd.
waiting
Nice
for?
job, Todd.
But
Yeah.
don't
And
tell
we
Isn't it
anyone. Like,
amazing?
this is just
Yeah,
between
right.
us, right?
Okay, yeah. Don't
yeah,
tell
and
her.
our light worker
Yeah.
crew.
Oh, yeah.
That's
That
I
right.
they're
know.
there.
But it's amazing what it does for your soul, right? To
Yeah.
change the geography, change the elements, changing what is you see every morning when you wake up. I don't know what you used to see in Arizona, but
Dirt. Yeah, I
the
know.
dirt. But
It's
yeah, this is great. So welcome to the
Yeah.
I
PNW.
know.
Yeah.
Welcome, welcome. I really want to just go back to that story about, how this was born in your heart, right? That it was born actually, it sounds like you're publishing, the company was born from
Yeah.
grief.
Yeah. It was born from grief and pain
Wow.
and sadness. And my group, I had Holistic Speakers Guild, which was, that was like 10 years ago. And I'm gonna tell you the story. Like when I found out my girlfriend she was killed in a car accident, um, I was coloring my hair. And I had my phone, like you do. Well, you're coloring your hair, you're also ADHD and through your phone. And I'm like, got to keep this dopamine up, keep this rolling here. And I was like, I saw like I can't remember. I think my girlfriend called me and she was like, "You don't understand. You need to do something about and all this stuff." And I'm like, "What happened? What's going on?" And she was like, "Vicky's dead."
Hmm.
And she's just out of hysterics. And I was getting into hysterics. And only had half of my hair colored. Okay. So I'm like
Wow.
getting on Facebook because people are announcing this stuff
Ooh.
on Facebook in private
Yeah.
groups before
Yeah.
I've had a chance as the admin to get more information, understand what's happening, all this kind of stuff. I'm panicking. I'm going through all this. And half of my head is white blonde. The other half is I am like
Love it.
Cruella de Vil over here.
Oh
It's
my
like
gosh,
I'm like,
that's
my hair is going to
hysterical.
fall out. I do
Oh,
something.
no
So I'm like
way.
quick and do all the
Oh,
so I
no.
was just felt like a maniac. But I was like, I don't know what to do. And I couldn't figure out how to handle all of the feelings I was having and how to help the group with what they were experiencing because this is the first time we had lost somebody so traumatically. It was a process for sure. But as
Wow.
our fellow light workers will totally understand this, is that at on November 7th, 7 a.m., I had this really in 2017, I had this really intense flow of energy, and I felt her there. She had died in March, and she had been going around energetically, spiritually, to all of our friends in this group that all knew her, and she was saying this one thing to them. She was saying, "Write my book. Write my book."
Oh, I just got my true shivers.
Yeah.
Chills.
Woo!
She was
Yeah.
saying, "Write my book."
Wow.
And my friends would tell me about this, and I'm like, "Why would she say it like that? Why would that be what's coming through?" So then she tapped me on November 7th, 7 a.m., 2017. And I was like, and I felt that, and I'm feeling it now, that
I'm feeling it now too.
rush,
Me too. Wow.
and I was like,
Wow.
"Okay, whatever you want, whatever you want. I'll do whatever you want."
Oh, my
Like, I'll
goodness.
figure it out,
I
right?
go
We'll figure
online,
it out.
go to the group, and I said, "Hey, who's with me, pals? Like, let's do this thing. Let's write a book together." And they were like, "Girl, you don't know what you're doing."
Wow.
So, and I said, "No, I don't, but I'm going to figure it out." And there was actually a person that Vicky had me meet very briefly in a quick email introduction. And her name is Shanda Trofe. She's with Transcendent Publishing. I love her so much. She said, "I cannot do this for you, but I can teach you how to do it." And I was like, "Okay." So she taught me, I got the basics. I got all of that stuff under my belt. And she would tell her group of people, she would say, "Results are not typical when it comes to Kira." So don't expect that this is what's going to happen. And because I just took it and I ran with it, I said, "This is more important than anything else I'm doing in my life."
Oh,
But I was
my
still
goodness.
grieving, and it was still hard, and it was still felt like it was uphill. But that why still kept pulling me back into completion. So it took me a year to do it. And then the next year, I did 4 collaborations. And then the following year, I did 6 collaborations. Then I did 10. Then we started doing solo books. And then it just kept growing and
Yes.
growing and growing. So we have
I love
collaboration books
that.
alone. We've done 32 of those.
Oh, that's amazing.
I just did a count. I was like, "By God."
I know. Well, I mean, what a beautiful story. And I wonder, that your publishing company was born from this grief
Yeah.
and catalyzed, right, by this beautiful soul on the other side. It makes me wonder why, maybe this is why so many light workers are attracted to you, like people that are mediums and healers and, coaches. And like, do you think that there's a correlation?
Oh yeah, girl, because that's how I started my journey. So the other piece to this was I always wanted to write a book. I was writing little mini mystery stories in my grandma's basement, and she would type them up and bind them with that comb binder. I bought one because I was so fascinated by binding books, and I was like, "Dude,
Wow.
I'm a published author
Yeah.
now. Like, everybody back up."
Wow.
And I'm like
Published.
10, and I just made me feel so special. And so
Oh.
Yeah.
I love that. So I always wanted to do it. I was like, but I just didn't think it was in the cards for me. Todd had published his book, The Acceptance Guidebook, through iUniverse. So I kind of knew how that kind of side of things ran and kind of what the pricing was. But I didn't like that they were a hybrid publisher, so every single thing I didn't like from a publishing company, we made sure we don't have in ours, or we've changed, or we've found a new way to do it. Because the thing is that as a light worker myself, I've been in this kind of industry for 25 years. I knew what bothered me, and what bothers other people in this kind of field. And so even if they don't know they're in this field yet.
Yeah. So what is the difference between coming to you and another hybrid publisher? What do you do that's different and unique?
Well,
Although Mayum and I could answer this, but
yeah.
we want you to answer this.
And you guys, you can answer too. But for me, we're author first. So it's kind of whatever they need. However, we do have deadlines and stuff like that because there's something in me that needed that deadline. So I'm just assuming
Mm,
most people need to be like,
yeah.
yeah,
I think you're right.
I need to
Don't
know
you,
there's a
Mayum?
Yes.
hard
Yeah.
stop somewhere so that I can honor myself. For me, with the first collaboration book, it was other authors, and they were like, "You're gonna do this book yet? Like, what's going on? I gave you my chapter 6 months ago. Like, what's going on?" So I know what it feels like to keep pushing it out because of fear, from my perspective. And when it comes to specifically the way that a hybrid publisher works versus what we do, is I can sense, when something is off. I can get a manuscript in. This is gonna well, I'm fine to be woo-woo, right? Um,
Excuse
Yeah.
me, this is Lightworkers Unite.
Yes. This is
um,
what we want. That's why you're here,
yeah,
sister.
yeah. So, like, for
Yes.
example, I got in a manuscript the other day, and from a friend of mine. All my authors are my friends. It's just how it goes, and that's also very different from a hybrid publisher. Um,
I love
yeah.
that though.
I
Yeah.
do. I love that too.
So she had sent me her manuscript, and I was just sitting with it, not reading it. I was sitting with it, and I was feeling it. I was like, "There's something really special in here," and
Hmm.
I'm like, kind of show me where that is. And I just started scrolling, and I was scrolling through it because I already done all my checks. I already put it through different systems and stuff that we've got to make sure that everything is lining up properly. And I was like, I was just scrolling. I was like, stop. And then I looked, and it was like one of the most beautiful, like 2 paragraphs. And interestingly enough, it was a piece about going to a funeral, of course. And
Wow.
and there was just these 2 like really beautiful paragraphs, and I highlighted them, and I was like, wow. So then I read those back to her, and she was like, because we don't know how
Oh,
fucking amazing we are, right? Like, we
I
don't
love
know.
that.
Like, I was reading my own book,
Oh,
Holograms and Echoes, doing like a
Yeah.
little program or video or whatever. And I was like, what? Did I really say that? I'm smarter than I think I am. It's
Oh, I
it's
love
so
it. Yeah.
cool. But back to the
oh, I
original
love that.
question, I'll get there.
Yeah, it's
Is that
good.
we're author first, so we actually help you set up your accounts with these different global distribution systems like Ingram Spark, Kindle Direct Publishing, that kind of thing, so that you have full ownership of what you're doing and that you can use those platforms anytime you wish, whether you're using us or not. With hybrid
Uh-huh.
publishers, what they do is they put your book on their platforms, and then they get a cut of their royalties. They send you a check that they determine they want to give you. They don't give you access to reports. They don't give you access to any of that stuff. Then they also charge you whatever they want for the wholesale cost of your book. So if you were working with us, it's probably $4.50 a copy. With them, it's $12.50 a copy. So they find these little ways to do that. So I think that for me, since I knew it, and the reason why I knew it was because Todd paid $2,500 to just do his basic book with iUniverse, and then they sent him a $16 check every year,
Oh,
once a year.
wow.
And his print
See?
cost was
Oh,
astronomical. I was like, "No, we're not holding
wow.
copies.
What a
I'll
racket,
buy
Wow.
right?
one
I mean,
from Amazon, or I'll buy one from Barnes& and Noble
Yes.
or whatever." I
yeah.
don't even know if it was on Barnes& and
Right.
Noble. So,
That is
Wow.
shocking.
yeah.
That is
That is
shocking,
shocking.
Kara. But I think that's why Mayum and I are so connected to this question, right? Is why would somebody who is a light worker who has a story or maybe has never published anything in their life, but they do. Everybody has a story.
Mhm.
We have this story. Why would we come to you? And to me, what I'm hearing is what you're doing is you're holding our stories close to your heart because you love us, but also you're letting us own our story.
Yeah.
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 Right? That's just really beautiful
Yeah.
and,
You come from integrity, Kira.
yes, and we thank you for that. I love that. Yeah, thank you. That was a really great answer, Kira, though, about
Yeah.
why, like, what is the difference? Because somebody who is out there listening right now thinking, wow, I have this book, it's in my heart. But it is
Yes.
so personal, isn't it, Mayu? I mean, you've been writing
Yes.
your story. It's a memoir, like of all
Yeah.
things. That is
I've
like
been
to me.
trying to write for many, many years before,
Oh,
and now I am actually writing it
yes.
because of Kira, to be honest with you,
Oh,
because she does this way. I'm going to share. She does this way of gently nudging, right? And she will say the right things to push you in the right direction. Like, so, ma'am, listen, you're going to have to ask yourself if you really want to write this book, because maybe you don't want to write this book and maybe this isn't the book you're going to write. So, what I need you to do is then decide. And if not, then I need the other book about mediumship. But she said it in such a way that was so loving that I was like, okay, I really do want to write it. Okay, I'm gonna do it. But it
I'm
was
dying
so
right now.
loving, and but what she did is she said she made me look at like let's get to the bottom of this. What do you want to
Yeah.
do? And she also supported me in saying, I'll take your second book. Okay, I'll take the next book, or we're gonna do that one first. So I was like, holy shit. So I have a second book already in my head. I just have to like get this fucking first one done, which is like so close. I'm so excited. I'm so excited about it. So, Kira, if it wasn't for you, I don't know that I would be doing this. I needed the right person, then the right heart, the right soul that could really merge with me and support me in a way to write this very difficult story that I know needs to be out there. So, thank
You're
you.
very
Thank you.
welcome.
Thank you.
I could not be happier. I've always loved just see, here's the thing, like, it's such a hard line to walk sometimes because, I just wanna get on a call with you and just, like, be your friend, you know? Like, be like, "Oh my god, I love you so much! Oh my god, Manjeet! Oh my god, you make me really well." And then and then I'm like, "Oh, yeah, 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 wait, wait, wait. So your book is important and it needs to get out into the world. So what
Yes.
is it gonna
So,
take?" You
Yes.
mhm.
know, and
And I
so
knew and all of that, that's the thing is we are friends. You do this with all of us. You become our friends. We become immersed, we blend. And I think that's why you're able then to say those things that really serves us, and then we receive it so well. I mean, I really I needed that. And I didn't know that I needed it until you did it for
yeah.
me.
Well,
So
it's one of
thank you.
those things
Yeah.
I think that for me, it's like, do you really, really want it? Let's just find out if it's what you really, really, really want. And because this is not an easy process, and so if your why isn't strong enough, then it's easy to step away from it. But your why could also be so strong that it gets scary. So then it's like finding this balance between the two places. And I tried my best because I'm telling you something. Nothing breaks my heart more than for someone to and because I've had people that haven't completed their packages or haven't completed doing the work, and it breaks my heart every time, and I am always, like, up to the minute of whatever that deadline is, and I'm always like, "Oh my god, please do it, please do it, please do it," and I'm praying. I am, every single time,
Oh
and
my gosh, Kara.
I think about it all the whole time too. I'm like, okay, please, we have some money that I haven't heard from for a while, and I'm like, please do it, please do it, please do it, please do it, because I can't impose upon the person to say you need to do that, you need to do it. I'm not going to nag. I have to allow people their own unfolding in the process.
Well, and that's good coaching, right? And that's the other part I think that with Carrie, you're a coach as well as a publisher. And so that's part of the package is we get access to you as our coach. And so to me, what I'm hearing, with that conversation with Mayume, that's really great coaching because there's definitely boundaries, right?
Mhm.
You're being very clear about what the boundary is. I want to be your friend and we can have those conversations to invoke curiosity and movement, but then also, like, that boundary of saying, you are really important. This is important to do, but is this really in your heart? And those are really tough questions for a coach to
They
ask.
are.
So I just want to acknowledge that to me is the other part of why As You Wish Publishing is so powerful is you get your own coach in your back pocket and you get somebody to kind of
Yeah.
ask you those hard questions when you're being so vulnerable. I mean, and, Miriam's memoir, like this is I mean, it's huge, and it's also grief, like, this is where your company was born in, like
I
out of
know.
this. So it's just so fascinating to hear how you have learned to pivot and ask strategically, us what we need to do in order to move to those next steps. Because really, another big thing about being a coach is you can't be connected to somebody else's outcome. That's a big part of what that doesn't serve us, and it definitely doesn't serve the client. So when you're waiting for that clock to go down, you're just like holding space for them to go, come on, let's go. But it is our journey in the end, isn't it? Yeah.
It is like yeah, we always say that. It is. We're not responsible for anyone else's journey. So I'm only responsible for mine. And I know that you would
Mm-hmm.
love to be responsible for my journey, but I know that the words that come out of you, whether they're
Yeah.
downloaded, they're coming from your heart, from your soul, it is exactly what we authors need to hear. And so this is why I think being a light worker and having this beautiful space that you've created that is
Yeah.
safe for people. And like I said, everyday people, it doesn't have to be like, you don't have to be woo woo, intuitive, medium, etc. So all those everyday people could come here and feel your love, your energy, and the power that you've already put behind this business that I think is also part of your friend. Her energy, her essence is immersed in As You Wish Publishing.
I agree.
So I
She's very
love
present.
that.
Yeah, I didn't know that. So I'm like, oh, that makes a lot of sense to me. And so we can share, you are publishing both of our books. Mayume and I both have separate books that we're publishing. And we are also working on our Lightworker Unite book together.
That
So
Kira's also going to publish for
publish,
us.
I know. So that we've been masterminding that, right, Mayume?
Yes.
For years.
Right, Manjeet.
Right,
Yes, that
right,
is correct. I
right.
concur. I concur. Yes.
And it is one of those projects. And we were talking about this kind of offline too. Is I'm kind of thinking about, our light workers are listening to this. And if you're sitting there and you're thinking, wow, I really have a story. I have something in my heart that I want to bring out into the world. And they are riddled with fear. Because I think you hit it right, Kira, from the beginning when you said there is a great deal of fear involved with publishing, whether for you it was like stopping the grieving. I know for me, there's definitely fear around it's going to be over. It's going to be out there. I'm going to be vulnerable because I know in my book, it's 52 weeks of coaching for folks. And I have a lot of personal stories in there. And that's something that's really, I feel very vulnerable about. So it is, I just want to acknowledge like that fear. And how would you walk somebody through that? Like, just do it. Just do it.
I love the white knuckling approach because I've definitely done that myself. But, there is a meditative peacefulness that can come through, especially during the writing process, right? So when I did holograms and echoes, the only reason why I did that was because, first of all, I was going to be doing an event and I needed to have my own book. And there's that one. And then the other part of it was that I had been telling people forever they can write a book in 90 days, but I had never actually done a full book in 90 days on my own. I've done journals, I had done, collaboration books, I had done all this other stuff, but I had never done my own book where I sat down and wrote out every single word, 250 pages or whatever it is. And I was like, well, this is a great time to do that. So I had a deadline. I had to have it done and have books in my hand. I needed
Oh
to do it
my
in 90
goodness.
days because I wanted to put my money where my mouth was and
Yeah.
say, I did it. If I can do it, you can do it because anything I can do, you can do better. Promise. I promise you. And so it's like Usain Bolt, breaking the records. It's like we don't know what we can do sometimes until we see somebody else actually do it. So that was a part of my philosophy there. But when
Oh,
it
I got
comes
chills. This story,
I know this is
and I'm just
amazing.
like, what? You are talking the talk. This is like what Mayim said. Talk about integrity. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Sorry.
no problem.
Continue. I have to hear this.
May I come and be on your show all the time?
Yes.
90 days. Oh my
Weekly
gosh.
chats with Kira.
Yes. Oh, please.
So,
Yes. Yes. We all need Kira.
yes. Okay. So anyway, so I'm like, okay, I got to get this done.
But then, I'm like writing about trauma triggers, basically everything from your past is just coming up into your face whenever you experience a moment that's even slightly similar. It could be the lighting in the room, it could be a scent in the air, it could be whatever. So I am deep diving into every traumatic experience that opened up a bridging trauma to my past. So I'm like, fuck. I
Yes.
Yes.
Holy
realize
shit.
now that
Yes.
I am like reopening and rehashing my whole life into this one book. And when it comes to like vulnerability and talking about the things that scare us, there is one thing I would caveat for your listeners and the beautiful light workers in this world is that we write to the best of our ability from a healed place. And if we cannot do that, we say in a disclaimer at the beginning, I am not fully healed yet. And anything I say in this book, I may learn differently tomorrow. And I hope that this place that I'm at now will be a place that you can work from, knowing that you're going to learn more. Change the names in the book or change your name. My name is not Kira Schaefer. So I changed, I have had a pen name for 25 years due to some traumatic things that happened from a previous ex. So I moved, I changed my name, that kind of thing. So I can write anything I want. I can write my family, I can write my stuff, I can do whatever. And as light workers, y'all know, my baby, we have a spiritual name. So find your spiritual name and
Oh,
use
I
that as your
love
pen
this.
name if you want to.
Oh, I
I
love
love
It
that.
takes a little
that.
while
I
for
love
people
that.
to like get it. Like I've been
Yeah.
Kyra for a very
Yeah.
Kira.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Or you
Let me,
want me to
I
call you
love
what
that.
now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
What's
What's
your
your
name?
name? No. Yeah.
Uh,
Is your name Lightning Bolt? Yeah. No, I love that. Because there's something around that like that screams permission, right? That
mhm.
like if you are a light worker and you do have this fear that you can work with Kira and say,
Yeah.
how do I create this identity where I can be safe and also very vulnerable, but also very candid, behind a writer's name,
A pen name. I love that.
Yeah, I think I
Yeah.
never even thought of that, honestly. I mean, you hear of pen names, but I never thought of it through the lens of fear and trauma,
Yeah.
like in having to like in healing that way. That I love that you're giving options for folks, and that is really beautiful, Kara. We're really really very lucky to have you in our life.
So
You must
fortunate.
know
Well,
this.
right back at
Yes.
you, girls.
Yeah.
Seriously. Love
Because
it.
I know I can speak for my book. I know we were talking earlier about the power of the pause. It's the last episode in our Lightworkers Unite. So if you haven't heard that episode, it's actually really good.
Yeah.
I know. Like, okay, shameless plug. It's a really awesome because we're
It's
amazing.
really awesome. Yeah.
I know. Good Lord help me. But it really does talk about this pausing, and I think that's for me what I really appreciated about the process with you so far, Kira, is that we did, and I know we both kind of talked about this too in writing our books. We did have these pauses in our life that were, I mean,
And
I
for
see,
different reasons
yeah,
too. It was so
totally.
weird. Yeah. Completely. Yeah.
Totally different reasons. Yeah. But also I feel like really strategic. And so having, somebody like Kira in your corner to say, Listen, I'm going to honor the power of the pause for you, however you're doing this. But when you're ready, I just need a gentle little kick in the ass and get myself moving back into the momentum. Because I know I definitely and I had some family crisis, happening and very very distracted, and I wanted to be fully present in the writing, and I knew I couldn't do it in a way that was authentically for me. So instead of having a coach that was going to, give me shit and say, Manjeet, you're failing, right? I heard Kara say, Manjeet, when you're ready, let's talk, let's get organized, like and what I call that last call that we had, Kara, what I call that a reboot for myself. And I really needed that. And so what you did for me in that last call was so impactful. And it was I mean, it's two people. I'm ready and you're right there, right? So I want to be really clear. There's two things happening at the same time. But I'm really happy to say I completed the book. The whole first draft is done.
Oh my
I don't
gosh.
want to
Yay,
scream too loud because if I
congratulations.
scream too loud,
I
I'm gonna
know.
Woohoo!
blow out the
Oh,
microphone.
I love that you waited to say this live on the podcast.
Well, I know.
I love it.
Well, and it was, just like Mayume was saying earlier, it's because of you, because of that last coaching call. When you said, I said, Kara, this is what I need. I need this. I need to see it. I'm visual. I need help. I need you to show me what it looks like in a book form.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's just like, I just knew that I needed that. And then when you did that extra work for me, somehow something clicked, like, wow, I could actually see it being formed, and that changed
Fantastic.
everything.
And
Yeah.
it looks so good.
Fantastic.
Oh,
Yay.
thank you.
Congratulations,
Yeah.
Manjeet.
Good job.
Well,
Congratulations.
thank you. I mean, there's still work to be done, but I felt like, I got the big bulk of it done. So I actually bound it. Like, I went to Staples and got it bounded so I can look at it, because that's just my
Nice.
process, right? Like, I needed
Yeah.
to, and now I've got my little pencil and I'm making all the edits and adding things and taking away, and but I could never have ever gotten that place, Kira,
Wow.
if you hadn't have done the extra mile for me. And so I just feel like, with this podcast, people that are listening, if you have something in your heart and you have a story, this is a story that I know, Mayume, you've had in your heart for years,
forever.
right?
Yeah.
And this
It's
is a
gonna come out.
story. Yeah, I've had it's a coaching book. It's super coachy, but hopefully fun and maybe funny. I hope
It
so.
is.
I don't know.
It is. I've
But-
read it. I've read. I got the rough draft of it. Yeah, it's great. Both
Oh, thanks.
both
Yeah, thank
of
you.
these books
But it's
are going to be
no.
transformative. Now I know that Mayume has you've told your story so many
Mm.
times in so many different places, but there is something absolutely sacred about having it in book form
Yeah.
and having it as I'm going to tell you something. One of the first things that you're going to do, I'm going to make a prediction. One of the first things
Okay.
that you're going to do is when you get your book in your hand, you're going to, I don't even think you're going to open it. I don't think you're going to open it. I think you're going to pull it in, put it right to your heart. And I think you're going to hold it. I think you're going to feel
think so
it.
too.
I feel that. And so whenever I talk to somebody, and even if you don't do it like that, no, I'm not going to do it the way she just said.
I'm already crying because I know you're right. I'm already crying.
I think, I've seen Foxy Brown Jackson, who's one of our authors. She actually videotaped herself getting her book for the first time. She didn't know what she was getting, but she was like, oh, wait, let me feel, she got the package or whatever. And she was like, this is, because I send everybody a copy. I actually send everybody 10 copies now, but
oh my
so
God.
she was like,
Wow.
and she had her hair in her bonnet, and she was just waking up, and she
Love it.
pulled it open and she was like, and she just started
I know.
rocking and screaming, and her daughter was videotaping her. There is I keep that on my phone because every once in a while I want to watch how
I
sacred
love
that moment is
Okay,
for the
It
author.
is. And you
Mayume,
do this.
Can
for
we do
them.
this? Can we
Oh,
do
yes,
Okay,
yes,
let's make
yes,
a pact.
please,
When we
please.
get our books, we're going to record it for Kira, okay?
Yes.
Okay, it's our
absolutely.
promise to you.
and then it's like, okay, let me look at it, let me see, and but but then from there, your stories, all the things that have been in your heart that you've been
Yeah.
holding on to, that you've been cultivating, that you've been growing through, that you've been working on, and you get it out onto the page. That book is not a flip by scroll by. That book is something that is your legacy. It is forever. Your children's are going to have this book, but more so because of how prolific you are in the light working fields, in the community, in the energetic space. It's going to permeate throughout, all of the people, and then they get to share it, and then they get to share it, and they get to share it. It doesn't have to be a big thing. It can be a totally grassroots thing that grows and grows and grows long past your living here.
And that is my intention. And that's what I hear my dad say to me all the time. Not about me. It is about getting this story out because one, there's so much healing in it, and how to provide forgiveness and how to release shit from your heart, trauma. There's so much of that, and I know that my children and my children's children and my children's children, all of those that you just said, I know that they're going to benefit from this story when they know about, Grandpa Dan and what happened to him, and then how our family pulled through. And even if it's through my lens, because it's very different. My experience with my father's death is completely different than my brother's. And so they're honoring that I'm doing this in the way that I need to do it. It's my story. And so I do agree with that. There's something about the legacy that is going to be left behind, that my dad is saying, please, please write this book. Just like your friend said, write the book. That's exactly. My dad shows me visions of typewriters like all the time. And I have his old typewriter here. It's like, okay, I get it. Get going. So to be guided by spirit and our loved ones, and our guides, who are just our higher selves, to know that we can do this, and to have someone like you knowing all about what it's like to be on the other side, and to write this is so helpful. That you're not just a publisher, Kira. You are so much more above and beyond that for
Yes, you
people
are.
and for
Yes.
us,
And
for
we
us.
are
So
so
thank you.
grateful to have you. Are you open for a little card as we
Well, yeah.
Yes, pull a card for you.
Yes.
did you want to pull one too? Do you have your cards?
No, I
We'll do
don't
one.
know. I think you have the deck. You're going
I
to do it,
do. I
right?
got one. Yeah.
Yes.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
gonna pull one for you. So we will be leaving you all the information on how to. Do you want to just say your website? Website.
Webshank,
Yes.
shake it up.
Yes. Where can people
Shake.
find you, connect with you?
Yes. Let's.
Asyouwishpublishing.com. You can go out there
Yeah.
and click on get started. You can go out to asyouwishpublishing.com/I write and learn about all the things that you get with your publishing package, all of that kind of stuff. As You Wish Publishing.
Perfect.
Oh, I love that.
Love it. There's
This
so many
is-
ways you guys can connect with Kira, on so many ways. So please find a way to connect with her and get immersed with her beautiful energy. You will immediately have a soul to soul connection like we did.
And I
Oh,
wrote
yeah.
I wrote
Yeah,
I
sure.
don't know if you want me to say this now, but I wrote a book, a quick book, Meaningful Messenger guide. So that's for
Yes, we saw that.
our
Yeah.
folks that might be listening here that are light workers that want to know kind of what the publishing realm looks like for people who are
Yeah.
like us.
I
Love
love
it. And
that.
that is going to be in the link below. So everyone, yes, all the ways
Below.
down there. Yes, it will be there.
It will
ready
be
for.
there as a
Yes.
great reference.
Thank you for
Yeah.
that.
Thank you
Yes.
so much for that because yes, just getting if you feel like you have that story, you have something in your heart, now's the time. I that's what I keep hearing is now is the time. Reach out to our beautiful sister here and just see what happens, right? Like you don't have to make any commitment. But if you have a story, here's the person to kind of hold space for you to even just
Yeah.
talk about it. It might not be for another year
Schedule a
that you don't
chat.
do it. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've got all that
Um,
information. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
She's super fun to chat with, by the way.
She's a really
everyone.
fun. We love her a lot. And we're so
Mm.
honored. Thank you. Are you open for your card
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now, my
Let's do it.
sister?
Okay.
This is so
What'd
fucking
you get?
crazy. It's life purpose number 31.
Oh my gosh. Look at that.
Okay, right? So I need my readers. Look at me.
I know.
It says, and how appropriate, right? It says, do what you love. It is time to embrace your purpose and find great joy. And so I really feel like when we, whenever I pull this card for folks from our Lightworker Unite deck, it really does, it can be really affirming. And that's what it feels like for you. It feels like this is an affirmation that you are really doing your life's work. And your life's work is actually connected to other people's life's work,
Yes.
right? That this is your life's work is about helping us really solidify and consolidate our life purpose. The other thing I have to say about this card for you, Kara, is your life purpose is deeply connected to a past life. When I see you, I keep seeing I'm kind of transported into like this space. It's weird because it feels like Game of Thrones. Do you watch Game of Thrones? No.
It scared me too bad when I started.
Okay.
You would
It-
actually really enjoy
is
it.
it-
You would love it. But it's there's a character Sam that's there, and he goes to the Citadel and he becomes like a scribe, like a healer and a teacher, and he like looking over books and stuff. I see you in that life, and you were writing. So it feels very like you're this is not just this is a lifelong lifelines. Like you are meant to do this, and you're just taking this to the whole next level. That's why it feels so comfortable. And you liked binding when you were little. Like you did that, in another life. So I don't know. I'm seeing all these amazing images. You are exactly where you're supposed to be, and you're here for us. Mayume, any
Oh, I
thoughts?
got the
I
angel chills.
need to add to it also,
Yes.
because the hits that I'm getting it's similar to what she's saying. I keep seeing the scroll,
Yeah.
like the rolled up, and I see you opening this like a contract and agreement that
Got a lot
you
of those.
are supposed to do this, right? But yes, it's sacred. It's you are on the path, and you were told like angels whispering in your ear when you were a little girl in this life that this is going. It's a continuation of your soul work. And I think you know this. This is why I was asking you. The numbers are going to escalate and become even bigger. Like you're going to be a massive competitor, where people, you're talking about everyday people. That word keeps coming up. Like everyday people are coming to you, and it's like you transform them. You show them a different, deeper side in this process. So even if they're, not the medium or the healer or the intuitive life coach, it doesn't matter. They come in and all of a sudden they're transformed where they are having a soul connection with themselves and with you. So this agreement you have, they keep showing it to me that it's an agreement that you signed up for, and it is your life purpose, to do this for others. So it's just it's like I see the feather pen. Do you have a feather pen? There's something about a feather pen. Feather. Oh, maybe it's just this. Maybe the feather. This feather. Do you have this feather? Yes.
Girl.
There it
we
is.
go.
Oh,
Okay.
We have the
Yeah, that's what it
same.
is.
they have the same feathers.
We have the same feather, but so maybe that's it. It's the feather pen. So that every time I see the symbol of a feather pen means, published. It means word of, not like word of God, like word of creator. So that's what I see. That's why I was like, do you have a feather pen? Because it feels like what you're doing, even your individual books, Kira,
Yeah.
are moving, shifting souls everywhere.
Oh, yeah. And I know, like, this book I'm writing, it is my life purpose. Like, this is the book I'm meant to write. I know that this is part of my legacy. It's a part of what I'm supposed to be doing, and it's been calling me. It's an accumulation of, fucking 50 years of my life, and storytelling and coaching. It is my purpose. So I just love that you are helping us all find our purpose in a new and bigger way. Like once that book's out there, it's out there. Like that is it. It's a declaration, and it's really fucking exciting. So thank you for living your life purpose so that we can live ours. My sweet sister.
Is so interesting. I started about a week ago doing little videos on YouTube and just not YouTube, on Facebook, and just saying, what am I doing with my life? What's my purpose? And you guys,
Really?
you guys had asked me if I wanted to do this. And I was like, I have a feeling by the end of the time that I
there it
get to
is.
spend with the two most beautiful powerhouses, light workers of all time. When
Oh
I
my
get to
goodness.
spend just a minute of time with you guys, I'm like, I'm just dinking around here with these videos. But as soon as I'm done with them, I have a feeling I'm going to know what's going on.
Yes.
Yeah, you
It's going to
are
skyrocket.
so important to all of us. And
You are.
please, if you are even thinking, oh, I have to say this one last thing. Children's books.
Yes.
You have a children's book division, correct?
No.
Oh,
No,
oh,
dear
I thought you
God.
did.
I thought you did. Why did
I
think
did.
you
I did it one time.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Oh, I'm so glad you're
That's no
bringing this
more?
up.
Oh,
Because I do get a lot of children's book things, and people tend to. It's a really it's harder than writing a regular book. You're like, but
Yeah.
it's
wow.
only 30 pages. They're full color usually. Young adult
Yeah.
books,
Okay.
like, those kind of books, yes, absolutely. Where they're actually a
Okay.
story and it's like, yeah. But just like the flat, I have one author that because she started her series with us will continue, but she has her own designer, her own thing.
Got it.
And it's so weird, you wouldn't think that a children's book would be 10 times more difficult
Wow.
Got it.
because you
Because
have
I
this
do
vision of
remember
the
the
character and it has
series.
to be a certain
Yeah.
way, and I honor that, but I can't do it, so they have to do a lot before they even come. And every single person, I would say the past 6 people who've come to me to talk about children's books haven't followed through with them. Not because I'm dismissing them, but because they're seeing the scope.
A vision.
Yeah.
Ah, I see.
Gotcha.
Interesting. I don't know what that was about, but that life purpose card, I saw all of these children's books. So I don't know.
Yeah, because I
Did you get that
want you
too,
to
Mayu?
republish. Well, I have someone who I was going to forward them to you, and because of the children's book. But I also have my children's book that's a published storybook app, Danny and the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Bottomless Frog
That one
Pond.
is a
So
little bit different, I think.
it is. It's
Yeah.
older, a little older,
But
but
it's, yes,
okay,
an older age book. That's fine.
okay,
Yeah.
We can work with
Okay.
that.
okay.
But
So,
as far as the, big full color things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gotcha.
okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there, yeah, sorry.
good
That
to
was
know.
so interesting. I was like, oh, I gotta end with this for some reason. Or save this. So
Because I
this is
think people
yeah,
are wondering, oh, well, I
yeah,
have like a gentle, smaller children's book
yeah.
idea. So
I
okay,
think for
It's
the
so
just
most part, the mentality of that is this will be easy. It's
yeah,
just a few,
right.
paragraphs, and it's all it's not. And so there's
mm,
that. The other thing too is you have to be very careful around what types of things you present to children's minds. Not that a light worker by any stretch of the
yeah,
imagination would go outside of that, but we have to be aware that there is a totally different philosophy with children's books. We just think it's easier
right.
because we're older, maybe. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
guardrails. Yeah,
yeah.
they keep saying the guardrails
And the
around
other
those
things that
things.
we
Yeah.
don't produce, we don't do erotica and
Oh,
horror.
darn. That was my next book too.
Darn. What the hell?
I'll
The
do
sexy
cozy
light worker?
romance, cozy mystery, or whatever.
I can't even believe you even said the word erotica on
Erotica.
Lightworkers Unite.
I mean,
Listen,
sexy light
I did,
workers?
girl, I did not say I don't read it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's be clear.
That's right. Let's be clear.
There's just really
Well,
trash erotica. I
Yeah.
just don't know
hey,
what
Yeah.
could
man.
necessarily be good.
Yeah,
That's
but
right.
sometimes, it doesn't need to be. It's what my sister calls brain candy, right? Just like,
Yeah.
yeah, let's
Mhm.
just go there. Let's just
Yeah.
do that.
It's
Yeah.
I
Skittles,
call it
baby.
soft porn, but that's okay.
Soft
Yeah.
porn. There's
Soft
that.
porn.
God, why do we do this? We just took a
What
word.
happened?
What's going on?
Our producers are going to freak out. Are we supposed to say those things? Yeah.
I know. We're getting flagged and tagged on fucking
Flagged and
YouTube. I
I'm
know.
so sorry. I shouldn't have said.
Oh no, we
No,
love
I
you
love
so
it.
much. And we
Love
want
it.
to
This is
really
great.
thank you from the bottom of our hearts for
Yeah.
making us laugh and making us think and making us brighter as light workers and helping us into our life purpose. You are magical, really,
We're
truly.
magical.
Well,
And
right
we
back
love
at you,
you.
girls.
We love you. Yeah. So
Aw.
amazing. We're going to have you on again.
Yes.
Like maybe after our books are published, maybe we can
Yes.
get you back on here and see where you're at, especially after this podcast launches.
Yes.
And then we get you out there. You're going to get so many more people coming to you,
Oh,
girl.
yeah.
I'm so
I
excited.
cannot
Get
wait.
ready.
I cannot
Get
wait.
ready.
Yeah. Thank you.
Aw, thank you for living your
Thank you.
purpose. We love you.
Thank you
We
for
love
We love
trusting
you.
me.
Yes.
Aw,
Awesome. Amazing. All right,
thank
everybody.
you.
Thank you so much for joining us. We love you guys. Thank you, light
Love
workers.
you.
Until
Namaste.
next time. All right.
Mwah.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing this sacred space with us on Lightworkers Unite.
Remember, your light matters, your presence matters, and your journey is unfolding exactly as it should.
If today's episode stirred something in your heart, trust that it was meant for you.
From our hearts to yours,
May your path be lit.
your spirit strong, and your light be seen.
This podcast is for educational and inspirational purposes only.
The content shared is not intended to replace professional, medical, psychological, legal, or financial advice.
Always seek the guidance of qualified professionals regarding your personal situation.
Thank you.